Good. Let's be tired together. Right? That means we had a good night last night. So we can dial it down a little bit. We can have Sunday conversations with Dave. I had some bacon this morning. Oh my goodness, what? Inception. I have planted the seeds and it's growing. Did you hear that evil laugh too? That was like, I am living here this morning. Hi. That means, what? What did you say? You're a little sassy this morning, I like it. Everyone's a little punch drunk, a little hungover. A little hungover? Do we, no, man. You're still drunk. I was like, what are you saying to me? I was like, oh, you're still partying. That's what's happening. Mwah, mwah. Well, God bless.
Sei bellissimo!
Bellissimo! Buongiorno, principessa! Questo è pazzo. Here's my new favorite phrase, which I hope I never have to use. Specco la faccia. No. Cazzo, ma dai. Why are you talking to me? It's like I'm absorbing Rome in my marrow. So what is happening? Forte, well. Dying? Forte. Welcome to Sunday morning of Italian heckling for hungover David. You're welcome. Does anyone know about this thing called the internet? Are you familiar with it? Apparently you can go online and there's pictures and videos and things like that. Never heard of it. Stay away, it would be my advice. Stay away from the internet because we had some fun yesterday. I would call it fun. There was a pink bunny tutu involved. I love how much heck, it's like, hey you with the stupid face, everyone's yelling today. I like it. Sunday morning, no one cares anymore. It's like, hey you, do this. We don't even have to spin the wheel. No, okay, that's how the internet happens. I will maybe spin the wheel. But I should tell you, just to be gentle with all of the cast members from Supernatural today, because we had a night. You can probably see it you'll see it on us throughout the day. So I apologize if I'm not my usual peppy self. You fill me with energy. But I think we're gonna all just sort of ride on that last day of like, whoo, so much fun. Are you guys having a great weekend though? Has it been awesome? Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this is fun. Too fun. How would you feel about just me napping for the next 20 minutes? Just like a nice sweet fetal position and you can come and pet me. I'll put the bunny ears on. I'll just light right here by the fan and you just like lying in. You two, I'm gonna call security. This is trouble over here. This is the trouble contingent. I like it. I don't even know what they're saying. It's fantastic. Let's take Oh, is there anyone lined up for a question? Do we want to have just Sunday chats with Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's bring it down. Let's bring it down.
It's a little song I wrote for Mr. Catch.
Wow, nice.
I might get in trouble.
No. A song for Catch.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I don't know. Have you seen the Lego movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll know the tune then. Okay. Mr. Catch is awesome. Mr. Catch is cool even though he is mean. Mr. Catch is awesome and he's harder than Dean.
No. Round of applause. That is dangerous, that lyric. That'll get me killed in the alley. You're a very brave woman to say that in this room. Holy mackerel. Oh. What? I'm being heckled in Italian. I'm like, I don't even know what to say. I love, what? Oh, that was, it all sounds Italian when you're up here, because it's like, I don't know what to say. It can be any language, it's just like, okay. Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, thanks.
Hello.
Good to see you again. What?
See you too. I have a question. I know that you did theater back in like years ago, and that you did Shakespeare as well.
I did.
So do you consider ever going back on stage again, doing a theater play, whatever, and consider doing Shakespeare? Like,
Oh yes. Oh my
probably
gosh.
Macbeth.
Oh, Macbeth.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I see you as Macbeth.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, thank you. That's very
Faust.
flattering.
You could do Faust as well.
You know who my favorite character is? Edmund. Do people know Shakespeare here? Fans of Shakespeare at all? Yeah. Oh yeah, great.
Big fan.
And it's funny that you say that because it's always, theater is the purest form of the art form.
Yeah.
Will always will be. Now I love the technical requirements of film and TV. It's a different muscle, but technically it's a different muscle. But what's nice about acting in general is trying to find truth, trying to find grounding, no matter what the technique is, no matter how big the stage is, no matter how many bunny ears you're wearing. You look for truth, even in a pink tutu. And the truth is, I was incredibly embarrassed. But one of my favorite characters, which I never tracked this before, is Edmund from King Lear.
Wow.
Who actually, yeah, do you know the character Edmund?
I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see you.
Yeah, Edmund, and actually, there's a lot of similarities between Edmund and Ketch.
Yes.
If you think about it. We're getting really nerdy here, so sorry. But Edmund is a bastard son who has never had love, is always searching for the love of his father. And when I was thinking about Ketch, that idea that he was given away by his parents, into this school, because he was probably a problem child. He probably was killing animals and playing with frogs and torturing little creatures. And they were like, he needs to go away.
Yeah.
Let's send him to school. And became a British man of letters from a very early age. But Edmund is so jealous at his core and so longing for love of his father is what makes him do all these nasty things. And that's what's interesting about villains, right?
I love villains.
Yeah, because if you get to their core, and if you do it right, and if you think about it, villains are just damaged, sad people that are actually looking for some love. Yeah, I mean, you can say love. They're looking for something that they don't have. Exactly right. And so, one of my favorite monologues from Lear is Edmund, where he's like, "Thou, nature, art my goddess. To thy law my services are bound. Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom, and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me? That's powerful stuff, right? Like, I mean, this is a guy who's asking the gods of mystery. He's seeking, he's sad, he's bitter, he's angry.
And you know what? The fun fact is that when you first appeared as Mr. Catch on Supernatural, the first thought which came to my mind was, that's a sort of Edmund from King Lear.
You really thought that?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. That's amazing.
You did a great job.
Oh, well, you're very kind. But the writers and the directors, I'm just a vessel for great storytelling.
Your performance is just breathtaking.
No, they could have put a monkey in a suit, and it would have been, there was so much work done for me before I arrived. But it's been a pleasure meeting you over the weekend.
Pleasure meeting you.
And seeing you multiple times and pictures and stuff. So I feel like we're friends.
Yeah, we do.
I feel like we're all friends, yeah? Isn't that one of the nice things? Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Lovely, that touches me. Like you saw me just edit the joke there, didn't you? You're just like, don't go there. Internet David. Hi there, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Silvana.
Hi, Silvana.
And
I'm Dave.
Yeah, I know. My question is kind of random, but I wanted to know, if you could be a woman for one day, what would you do?
Oh, my goodness. I love that after only 3 days, we have inside jokes. That's awesome. Isn't that awesome? That, like, we literally have inside jokes now. And we've only just met. That's fantastic. That's why we're SBN family, right? Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, man. If I was a woman for a day, what would I do? We're all adults, right? Well, I'd have sex. I'd have sex as a woman. Because what better way to understand the human existence from the other side, or to have empathy, than to know what that experience is? And after I did that, there would hopefully be a whole day, still waiting for me. I would try to walk in this world for a full day in high heels. My God, ladies, how do you do it? And for those that don't, good for you. Yeah, good, yeah, that. I won't do it. I won't. But just the idea that, like feminism has come so far, and women are so powerful and amazing in all the things that they do. But the idea that, that a woman working in the workplace and working at the highest level still has to do this, ancient foot binding ceremony. I've got to go, I've got to be powerful, I've got to be strong, and I've got to be on my tiptoes all day and screwing up my back. It's just crazy to me. So, just walking around in high heels all day, I think would, I don't mean that to be sexist at all, but it's the empathy of women just, I feel like I have so many professional female friends and my sister, and you have to work that much harder. So I'd love to just have that empathy for a day, just to know what that's about. So
thank you.
I know it's not funny, but that's kind of true. Thank you for that question. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Shraddha.
Shraddha?
Yes.
Close enough?
It is close enough. That's how I say it, so
Shraddha.
that people can say it.
Yeah, you're like, if I say it's that way, then
It
that's
is that way.
Exactly. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm solid.
We're not going to do that exchange again, though, I think.
That's right.
Okay, so I need a bit of advice.
Okay. Oh, I like this. This is like day 3. This is like the day 3 panel where we're all friends here.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about stuff, what we need to do? I like it.
Yeah. So my question is, what's the best revenge idea that you can give, and maybe you can tap into the mind of Mr. Ketch, for potentially a photo-op idea for people that keep branding you as a twin? Because basically me and my sister keep being told by so many of the actors that we're twins when we're not. So I want to know from your perspective, what in your mind is the best way to plot revenge?
Plot revenge on whom, though? On the actors or on your sister?
On the actors. You have to get into the mind of Mr. Ketch here.
You're asking me to give you advice on murdering my friends.
No, I'm not going that far with murder.
you're Mr. Ketch. You're like, that's what he does. So you want to take revenge on the actors who are calling you and your sisters twins.
Yeah, even though they've been told that we're not.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'll just be Dave. I'll go into the back room and be like, there's this lovely woman who's like really pissed at us all for calling them twins. So Dave will do that front thing. I think you should just dye your hair a beautiful shade of purple, like many women in this room. By the way, can we just give a round of applause for all the amazing hair colors that exist at Supernatural conventions? Oh my goodness. It's like, it's rock and roll, it's unicorn, it's just like, wow. I saw like these braids and these weaves yesterday, and I'm just like, it's so great, because in the world, you see people who are just sort of like, most of the time, just doing the walk, getting to work, I'm in the uniform, and then you come here, and the level of self-expression and freedom is just absolutely incredible. And I'm just like, I've never seen this amount of hair in one room that is this many colors. It's fantastic. And then you matched your dress, which was incredible, that picture. She literally, her hair color was a perfect match with her dress. And she goes to me at the signing. What's your name, by the way? Lacey? Liz. Stand up, Liz. Show them your hair. Give Liz a round of applause. Liz had this great photo op where her hair like completely matched her dress. She was just this beautiful blue orb, this electric blue orb. She goes to me, she's like, oh, I didn't plan that. I was like, what? She's like, oh, I didn't even know. And then she goes, oh, it could have matched a little better. I was like, what are you talking about? It's like you photoshopped your hair and your dress live. So, bravo. Give yourselves a round of applause for self-expression and freedom and creativity. And that is a beautiful way to avoid your question. I'm just going to call myself out on it. But I'll let them know that you're mad at us. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Monica.
Hi, Monica.
How are you doing?
How am I doing? How am I doing today? It's, yeah, exactly. I'm trying. We had a night last night. I'm going to share that with you. We had a night last night.
So my question is, what do you think is the darkest and the brightest childhood memory that Ketch has?
The darkest and the brightest childhood memory. So we're getting into sort of Ketch backstory there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Once I found out, I had a nice opportunity. I'll just give you a little backstory, which is fun for me, because all actors will create, backstory. And Adam and I were talking about this. You don't want to be too specific with it, because you can actually kind of screw yourself when you find out more about the character from the actual writer, right? So you don't want to lean in too hard to choices or ideas of specific history because they could turn out to be wrong. It's not like a movie where you get the whole script or a play and you can really just do the work. Because on TV, the writers are finding out who you are as you go along as well. So I've said this before, but Catch, when I first got this job, Catch was only written for 3 episodes. I thought it was just going to be a 3-episode arc. What they told me, and I got to have this really fun, you know the special features on DVDs where the actors are talking about the episode? I did my first one a month ago in Los Angeles with Eugenie Ross Lemming and Brad Buckner, who wrote a lot of the episodes for Catch this season. Which was really nice because you have these ideas in your mind of how his history went, and you make your choices and you sort of build it into the character. But then when you get to hear it from source yourself, it's really interesting. So they had told me there was actually going to be, they had pitched an episode, and this would be fun for you, no one else knows this. They had actually done sort of a Hunger Games episode with Tony, Catch, and Mick as kids in the forest as a rite of passage. So it was like Kendricks, threw these 3 kids all together out in the woods, and they were going to have this whole survival games of like what we all were as children trying to survive together. Which was like, oh man, I would love to watch that. Just these like messed up kids in this crazy school that is all about, you know, indoctrination and violence and dogma, right? So I think for me though, knowing what my own made-up backstory was, and just that idea, and I said it earlier too, that Catch was given away by his parents. I mean, that to me, I can't imagine any child or any human just being like, there you go, bye, you know, go live in this awful world. And I love to think that one of the reasons Catch is so damaged is he wasn't an orphan. He wasn't a street urchin like Mick. You know, Mick has that gratitude speech that he has, which is so lovely. Before, we don't talk about that anymore. Adam is still very sensitive, by the way. He's still mad at me. I was like, blame the writers. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. And I think the happiest memory is in season 12. I think Catch's happiest moment, and again, a little R-rated warning here, was that night with Mary in the hotel. I think that was probably the closest he got to actual human touch, contact, and connection. Obviously, he's had, you know, intimate relations before, but that night with Mary, after they came back from the hunt, and you're like, let's have a drink, and we're in the hotel room, and we've been on the road, and you're awesome, I love you, But like Sam Smith and I talked about this. Oh, this is actually a fun story for you. You might get a kick out of. We were talking about, you know, just doing a little history on how Catch and Mary would go about things a bit in the boudoir. You know, not getting too specific, you know, we're being professional, but we're just like, you know, so how would that go? What does that look like? No, not literally what does that look like, figuratively. And we started spitballing, we started like having ideas, like da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, would it be just kind of funny or cheeky a bit if, as you're dressing, I'm just removing a tie from the bedpost for my wrist? You know, sort of like a 50 Shades of Grey, just like kind of homage where I'm just like, Ketch's tie is just like he's taking it off the banister or the bedpost. And we're like, no, it's too shticky, it's too much of a joke, because also she was really concerned that the audience was going to be really mad at Mary, which, you know, Mary has had a lot of frustration this season, wouldn't you say, as an audience? Like, take care of your boys. Like, she's been saying that she's been getting a lot of flack for her role on the show and how she's interacting with the boys and all that stuff, and her mother role, and honoring John, right? A lot of people felt really betrayed that she even dared to do that with Ketch. And she was wearing the necklace as well. So I was like, okay, yeah, you're right. I was like, I acquiesce to you. But to your point, I think Ketch's saddest moment was when he was given away and left by his parent or parents. And I think his happiest moment was when he actually had true intimacy with another human being.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is that okay? I seen it remotely. Hi, what's your question?
Hi. So my question is, if you could be a fly in the wall in any situation, either past or present, where would you want to be?
If I was a fly on the wall, in the past or present, where would I be? What an existential question.
In the early morning.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you just blew my mind. Thank you. My head is exploding. Okay, I'm just gonna, obviously there's infinite answers to this, but you know that the first rule of improv is just go with your first thought. Don't judge it.
I won't.
And this is my first thought. I don't know if it's because I'm feeling vulnerable this morning talking about childhood history. I would love to be a fly on the wall to witness my own birth.
Okay.
Is that narcissistic? I don't know. What is that? Like, is there any psychology students or psychiatrists in the crowd? You're like, wow, that's deep, bro. We need some cognitive behavioral therapy for you. You have some mother issues. And maybe I do. I love my mom. But I have a really big head. Have you heard that? Have you heard that story? And by the way, Jared, who here has heard the motorcycle helmet story? Only one. Okay,
I haven't heard it, and I would love to hear it.
Oh, snap. Look who's here.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
You about to tell a story about Jared?
Well, a little bit.
There's nothing I love more than a story about Jared.
No, it's actually a story about how Jared loves to tease me. People ask me all the time, like, if they pulled a practical joke on me. This is going to be our imaginary friend. This is Jeff. Jeff is sitting there.
Good choice. Good name choice.
So, you know, Ketch rides a motorcycle and, you know, gets on and off the motorcycle, takes the helmet off. Well, what happens in film and TV is there's the props department and there's wardrobe department. And the motorcycle helmet kind of got lost between the two departments. No one asked me my head size. And that's a problem when you're trying to wear a helmet or a hat. So my hat size is 7 5/8, which is basically like Jupiter. It's basically like I affect the tides. Like I walk along the ocean, it's like people have to get out of the ocean because there's literally, that raises sea level.
I have something to say when you're done with your story.
Okay. About my head?
Sort of.
Okay. Long story short, they didn't get a helmet that fit. It was literally like a beanie on top of my head. Okay, like, here's my head, here's the helmet. It was like a comedy helmet of like a thing.
Like the little cup they used to serve ice cream in.
That's right, the Dairy Queen, like a baseball helmet.
3 people in the audience got that.
Look, hey, listen. Sometimes it's just for us. But yeah, it was basically a miniature. Like, it just looked so silly. So I'd have to like I'd have to like get off the bike and then have to cut. They'd have to hold frame, and then I'd be like.
Just hold it on top of your head as if you were just taking it off.
So I get off the bike, all bunchy stuff, and just like.
Hair perfect, obviously no helmet.
Exactly, no helmet hair. Well, Ketch would never have helmet hair. Like he would take it off and it would be perfect anyways. So Jared, of course, sees this, and it's that guttural laugh that he does when he's really laughing, like in the Chupacabra video. It's just that, like, it's like a Beavis and Butthead. It's just such a little boy laugh. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And so he starts bringing up his phone. And you guys know the movie Spaceballs? Yes. He starts pulling up pictures on his phone.
Dark helmet.
Yeah, you're already there, aren't you? You're already there. Of Rick Moranis as Dark Helmet. So if you don't know what that visual is, later on just be like Rick Moranis, Spaceballs, Darth Helmet. The joke will sustain you for the rest of the day. But Jared keeps coming up to him in the gate. Hey, props, get over here. We need help for David. He's like showing me the picture of Rick Moranis' Dark Helmet. That's the helmet we need. Let's get that helmet. And it's literally a parody of Darth Vader's helmet, but like, it's like that big. So, yeah, that's my big head story.
Well, here's my thought that I had.
Right.
I think you're a very handsome man.
I think you're a very handsome man.
And it's good to know that a very large head can grow into a handsome man, because my son, who's 2, has a huge head. And when he started to walk, he didn't, that's exactly what it was. He really didn't walk. He ran before he walked because he was trying to catch up to his head.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's good to know that you can grow into it.
Well, yeah, I don't think I have. I'm still trying to catch up. I'm still trying to catch up to my head. I think there's still work in progress. Let's have a question for Jason. See what I did there? I'm like, I'm gonna relax.
Did you see what they both did there? They were like, no, my question was for you. I got in line an hour ago and I had a question.
Oh, what? You did this an hour ago?
No, I was saying that's what they were saying. When you were like, question for Jason, they were like, no, I oh, are you?
Perfect.
Look at that.
I have a question for both of you.
Great.
What's your favorite Broadway show and your favorite character of the Broadway show?
Oh, Broadway. Show and character of Broadway?
Unfortunately, it got canceled. I'd have to say Spider-Man, and my favorite character is Spider-Man. Someone asked a similar question yesterday, and we soon found out it was Rob and Brianna and myself, theater experts, and then me. So they both gave like awesome, poignant, really knowledgeable theater answers. And then I was like, well, there was the, and then Brianna answered it for me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
She was like, you don't have a deep bench when it comes to musical theater.
No.
Maybe you can help me out. I can't remember the character's name because it's an old school musical, but it's from Guys and Dolls. Who's the guy that sings Luck Be a Lady?
Isn't his name Guy?
Does anyone know Guys and Dolls? No, nothing. But do you know, like... Oh, Nathan Detroit, thank you. Nathan Detroit, exactly. But bravo to Nathan Detroit. I hope that was from your brain and not your phone. No judgment. But I just love, I got that Sinatra album when I was a kid of all of his covers of Broadway tunes, and Luck Be a Lady. They call you Lady Luck. And you know, just like, and throwing the dice, just like, yeah. So that's my favorite.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent question.
I want to sing with you. Why do I want to sing with you? You make me want to sing.
I'll sing.
No, we don't
I
have
like
to
to sing. I actually, do we have the mic stand by chance anywhere?
Would you mind if we just maybe try something out? I don't know. Should we do that? No. I don't know. I'm trying to filter. I just feel like I'm boring you with.
You are not boring
catch
anyone.
Stories.
But I am happy that you asked the question because I was in the green room just minutes ago. Thank you very much. Learning, trying to learn a new song. I don't know if you guys. Sometimes when I'm gone, I miss out on like the new song and the new popular or whatever. So I try to stay up with it. And I was on YouTube, and there's a new song taking the world by storm, like crazy, and it's awesome.
Really? Like it's just like
it might be my favorite song.
Like a new meme.
I kind of wanted to do my own version of it a little bit, you know, because I
Like a little cover of it.
Yeah.
Did you do it last night at the concert? Hey, who went to his concert, by the way, last night? Did he kick ass?
Thank you, guys.
Did he kick ass? This guy is the best guy, by the way. Like, seriously. You know, you see us sort of performing as like, we just met 2 days ago. And I just want a little bit of gratitude, just so they know, like, that it's not all phony baloney Hollywood stuff. Sweetest, kindest, most inviting guy, because I'm so new at this whole convention thing, and to have people who know how to do it and welcome me in, so a shout out to my man Jason.
Thank you. I have your cash in the green room. That was exactly what I asked you to say.
Slip it into my bag, brother.
Yeah, so this song, I don't even know who wrote it. I just heard it, and I was like, I have to sing it. Bacon, bacon, Have you heard it? You have heard it. It's all my producer buddy in LA said that to me, and he was like, dude, you have to listen to this. You have to cover it. It's the next hit.
This is Inception at the highest level. We made this song up yesterday together. This is my song in part because of my conversation with this audience. That's my song. That's my jingle. I'm Captain Jingles.
Lies. I did not write Making Bacon.
Look, we're singing the song. Let's break it down. Let's do the remix. Are you going up? I'm going up. That's a little, okay. Perfect. Hold on. This is a little early. What about? Bacon, 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 yeah. Bacon, 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 yeah. Bacon, 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 bacon.
I did not know that I would get to sing with 3 of my musical heroes this weekend. Rob Benedict, Reeve Carney, and the writer of Making Bacon. Are you freaking kidding me? So follow your dreams. They do come true, ladies and gentlemen.
And keep baking bacon. It's a good lesson for life. Can we record that when we get back to LA?
Without a doubt.
Okay. I smell bonus track. Thank you, Internet. That's my line now. It's just like, thank you, Internet.
I smell Supernatural soundtrack.
Hey, yeah.
It's like a really slow-mo, and like climactic scene.
Yeah, totally.
Killing or saving.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone.
Like slow motion. Like you sing it. I'll just do a little bit.
Making bacon, that actually made me kind of emotional.
Exactly, as it should. Because making bacon in that scenario means murder.
Doesn't it always?
Ouch. Let's take a question.
Because it's a pig. Because you have to kill a pig. Because bacon is from a pig.
Your science is sound, sir. You are a man of science, and I respect that about you.
Don't you love it when you tell a joke? It doesn't really land the way you want it to land, and you just keep hitting it.
That's what you got to do
It's
sometimes.
gonna happen.
You know, like if you don't crest,
Yeah.
you just do this sort of Family Guy methodology, which is just like hammer them into the ground with repetition.
Absolutely.
It's like, I will force this to be funny.
You will laugh at this joke.
Just from sheer exhaustion of me keep telling the punchline. Sorry, we're like, hey, let's talk about comedy theory. Like,
Hi. Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are you?
Great, thanks. It's my first con, so.
Welcome.
Hey, welcome. It's my second-ish.
So I have a question for you guys. Since it's day 3 and we all know each other, sort of, what is your most memorable thing so far?
At this particular convention?
Yes.
I mean, I think you just saw it.
Yeah, it's kind of epic.
Making bacon.
The Make It Bacon song?
Yeah.
I've had so many memories from this weekend that were completely washed away from what I did last night. Like, just something about last night's party dropped memories for me. But
Not only last night's memories, but memories from other days of the week.
That's
are
right.
Just also gone.
so before you exactly. So before you came out, this is like how vulnerable I am this morning, like in a great way. The question was asked: if you could be a fly on the wall at any time and place, where would you be? And I didn't pick history. I didn't pick this wonderful, like, dinosaurs. I could have been like hung with the dinosaurs. I literally said, I'd like to witness my own birth.
Oh, that's good.
No, it's weird. It's weird. It's a weird answer.
There's
But it
an aspect of that that could be considered weird, but I know what you mean.
But my
Yeah,
an
I get it.
Like, seriously, like, people were like, here's my therapy card. Here's...
Do you know what I thought you were going to say?
What?
I thought you were going to say, if I could be a fly on the wall last night, because I have no earthly idea what happened. And I'd just love to know.
Yeah, the restaurant was amazing. But, I mean, honestly, it's like, people ask me my favorite, like, role or favorite scene and all this. I always have a problem with favorites. I don't hate the favorite question. I understand why people ask it, but it's like, I want it all. Everything's my favorite. You know, it's been nothing but amazing connections and memories and pink tutus, and yeah, that happened. That happened.
I approve.
And making bacon with Jason Mann, like, you know what I mean? Like, every moment, I'm trying to be so present for each thing that is happening, because I just know that I'm like filling up on these incredible experiences. So it's like, I could never pick one. So the whole weekend is going to be just one amazing memory, and that's because of all of you. So thank you.
Way to bring it home.
Thank you.
See what they did?
Way to bring it home.
Back to them. And I mean it. That's not baloney. I said it, baloney.
It's bacon.
Is baloney a form of bacon? Bacon, baloney. No, it's not as good.
Didn't work. That's why he's a genius. He knew.
Bacon.
Not baloney. Bacon.
Hi.
Hi, Jason.
How are you?
Thanks, how are you guys?
Really good. I mean, good.
Well, see, you're more adult than us last night.
I just had to work. That's all.
Just that.
Yeah.
Okay, my question is actually for David. I'm the one who gave you the Jedi catch.
Oh, yes, thank you so much. It's hard to see. There you go. I can see you now. Thank you for that beautiful piece of art. Can we just give a round of applause just for all the artists and people who draw and paint? Oh my goodness. I used to draw and paint. Well, I still draw and paint, not as much anymore, when I studied architecture. So to get that gift as well of just all the artists and creators that are inspired by the show and make their own stuff, unbelievable, you guys. It's so fantastic. So she did this really cool mashup of Ketch as a Jedi Knight. If Ketch could have a lightsaber. And I was like, she knew I was a Star Wars nerd, so hey, give it a round of applause for her. It's fantastic. And your question is?
Yes, I want to ask if you have any specific inspiration for Arthur Catch, especially for the accent.
Yeah, I did.
Please answer it in Catch accent. Could you do it, please?
Oh, you need to speak as Catch. I can speak as Catch. So, one of the things that I studied was one of the biggest influences. Originally, Catch was sort of going to be an East End brawler, right? More like Mick Davies. And when I first went in the audition, I was wearing a leather jacket, right? Oi! And I was all scruffy, kind of like this, right? It was like, hey, you, Sam and Dane, what you like? What you want? You want to join us? I'll fucking kill you, I will. That's what I'll do. And they're like, no, that's not Catch. But we sort of understand a little bit about you. Then they asked me to do a voiceover audition with various standard, what's called received pronunciation British accents. And then one was very too posh. It was like, it was not quite, rolling the R's and all that. So I just sort of was looking at Peter Cushing. What are you looking at?
Sorry, I was just...
What happened?
She was coughing and I was being mean. I was saying, stop it. She was trying not to make noise and really trying to be quiet. And I was just, sorry. I hope you're okay.
I'm fine.
Okay.
So I did that, and then we sort of dialed it down, and then half of my family is British, and my dad's Welsh, and half of my family is from the UK, lives in London, and all that stuff. And I have this Uncle Dave, who is almost a parody of a posh Englishman. He went to public school, and he's lovely, but he's very English, like that last 3% of actual Englishmen who speak in a very posh, proper received pronunciation. So it's all like, yes, right, good, yes, quite. Yeah, how are you? It's very nice to meet you. Hello. And then, so what I try to do is lower it in my voice and make it a bit cling, and then sometimes you'd be up and hello, charm offensive, and other times you're like, hello, Meredith. And then I also fused my Uncle Dave, and they said, I think what we want with Catch, we want the James Bond of Supernatural. And when I went into my final audition, right before I went into the door, I thought of Roger Moore's James Bond. So Roger Moore has this very specific sort of received, this dialed down, almost Americanized, what's called a received pronunciation. And so just before I went into the room for my final audition, this is audition number 4, I went in and I just said to myself, Bond. James Bond. And I walked in. And
shot everyone in the room.
That's right. I was like,
they had no choice but
you
to
will give me this job. I'm Catch, mother. Giddy up. So that's how Catch was sort of born.
That was awesome.
Thanks. What, be killing people for
No,
get this
the
job?
accents. That was awesome.
Oh, thank you. There you have it. There's the genesis.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I have a confession for you. I got tired of doing these conventions and not being up to date on the show. I really enjoy the show, but I'm really busy and I hate watching stuff out of order, right? So,
Yeah, and to be fair, like, Gil and I were talking about this. If you're in show business and you're on the road, like, how much media do you get to see anyways? Like,
Right.
It's like you just get snippets. It's really hard just when you're
sit down
working,
and watch
just sit down and watch stuff. So
300
it's-
episodes.
Exactly right.
But when I did the last album that I had a bunch of like just busy work to do. I had a bunch of like labels and stuff, envelope stuffing or whatever. And this was last year, I think. And so I just Netflixed it, and that was what I watched while I was doing my busy work. And so I got totally caught up.
You're 12 seasons up to date,
Well,
except this season.
So I got totally caught up, and I was so excited about it because I know everybody's character, I know what they've been doing on the show, I know who's dead, I know who's alive, I know all that stuff. I just haven't seen this last season. It's the only season I haven't seen, but there's not going to be a bunch of people from the new season, right? Because I know everybody's everything from the last 12, 11 seasons, so I'm totally up to date. And then you guys show up, and I'm like back to square one.
You're like, who are these blokes with their silly accents? These
Awesome
accents. Hey, guess what, guys? I'm done. They just pulled me off. They said, David, it's time for you to go lie down and have a nap. I have other jobs to do. So it's our last chat together, and before I just leave, I know I'm tired, and you've heard it from me a million times. I am so in love and feel your kindness and joy, and it has filled my heart 1,000-fold. So I thank you for your support and being interested. Thank you so much. We see you out there, sign pictures.